I'm Don Maruska.
And my name's Jay Perry. We're co-authors of Take Charge of Your Talent, 3 Keys to Thriving in Your Career, Organization, and Life, published by Barrett Kohler. So Don, what's the main thing that our audience should know about our book?
Well, the big idea is right in the title of the book. Take charge of your talent. Everyone, anywhere, anytime can take charge of their talent. They don't have to wait for somebody else. They don't have to be tapped by the organization. They can step forward and take charge of their talent, following the clear, direct keys to unlock that talent.
Certainly one of the things we've seen is that people do begin to get limited in terms of their own image of what their talent is, and certainly their organization's image of what their talent is. Almost like they're being typecast in their job. And certainly if anyone's concerned about losing their job, being outsourced, not succeeding or advancing as quickly as they want to, this is really a way where instead of waiting for the organization to give you a hand up, you can really take charge. You can find the intrinsic motivation you have, the love and passion you have for whatever it is in life, and find a way to merge that with the job that you already have.
Exactly. It's not just for the people who are feeling and struggling with difficulties in their work. It's also for the best and the brightest in excellent organizations that are thriving, because those people also report to us that 30 to 40% of their talent lies untapped. So there's a huge reservoir there that can be accessed. It's critically important for people to do that for themselves and for their organizations to support them in accomplishing it. But the problem's been that the tools haven't been there to figure out how to do that effectively. And that's where our 3 keys come in that are so important. You know, to power up your talent story, that is to take charge of that story for oneself and to change it to be the way you want it. And you do that with a talent catalyst conversation that's very powerful, takes about an hour. And then to accelerate through the obstacles. Everybody has challenges and problems that confront them, and we know that. We hear that from everybody. You know, how am I going to get the time? How am I going to be able to translate this into something that's going to be meaningful on my job, and so I get support from my boss or from the organization? You know, and how can I start to get an action plan and some traction to make that happen? And that's really what the second key is all about. And then, of course, in the third key, you know, how can people multiply the payoff for this, not only for themselves, but also for others, so that everybody wins. So it isn't like I'm doing this just for myself and you're doing it just for yourself. We're doing this together so that it benefits everybody.
And there's clearly a correlation we found in our research between the amount of talent someone is using and their level of job satisfaction.
And that's the exciting thing, is that as each of us taps our talents and uses them more effectively and works with others to get support for doing that, we start to create real career assets for ourselves that are valuable, but also knowledge that's useful for other people when we share it.
So the tools that we have in our 3 keys help you power up that talent story, really get the enthusiasm and the motivation for it, help you address the realities of life and what you run into, the obstacles that you're going to encounter when that talent comes to the fore and suddenly you go, oh, I have to deal with real life. And also to see how that can multiply, how it doesn't just benefit you, but how it benefits all the people around you, the people in your organization, the people in your family, the people in your community.
And that's the opportunity that we have with this, and that's the invitation that we have for you, is to take charge of your talent.
And the perfect moment is now.